we're going to talk about area formulas and kind of what they are and where they come from. So you may have seen this before, that the area of a rectangle is the length times the width, and the area of a square is really the same thing, except squares have the same side length, so you really have s times s, which is s squared. And to visualize, we now have square units. Now we have length by width. 1 square unit looks like a square, and you have 7 across, so the length, and you have 4 up and down, which we call the width or the breadth, I suppose. And you could literally count that 7 times 4 will be, I could count 28 square units. All right, here we have a square foot, a foot by a foot. And I wonder what that looks like in inches. I have 12 inches per foot, so will it just be 12 square inches? Well, not really. I have 12 up and down, right? That's my 1 foot, 12 inches this way. And if you break that all out, it's really 12 inches times 12 inches is 144 square inches. Similarly, with a square yard here, you're going to have 3 feet per yard. And if you break that out, what does it look like? 3 by 3. So really you have 9 square feet. You square that 3. So really 1 square yard is 9 square feet. So here we have a parallelogram. We have parallel sides and we have parallel sides. And it's kind of like a rectangle slanted. And what we find is if I dropped a perpendicular and I have this triangle here and I moved it over to this side and I just placed it right here, we find it fit perfectly like this does to create a perfect rectangle. And so therefore the area of the parallelogram is simply the base times the height. Now be careful, the height is the perpendicular of our parallelogram, okay? It is not the slant height. Now this moves into a triangle here. So take your parallelogram, cut the diagonal, it'll cut it in half to 2 equal triangles. It's kind of cool. And what ends up happening is the area of the triangle will then just be half of the area of the parallelogram. So you're going to have half the base times the height for your area of a triangle. Area of a triangle is half the base times the height. Now the height, once again, is this perpendicular that we drop straight down to make a right triangle. Do not try to use this slant length. That is not what we're looking for. Now we have a trapezoid. Okay. So what I could do with this now, because I know triangles now, I could cut this trapezoid in half, and I'll have 2 different shaped triangles. You can see they're not the same exact size and shape. So now I could have, I have 2 different bases, at base A and base B, which you can see here as well, A and B, and I have the height. Okay, so this triangle is 1/2 my base of A times my height, plus this triangle is 1/2, same height, here it is, 1/2 my base of B times my height. Now if I add those together, I get a trapezoid, and we're going to see how that looks and how it looks in the formula. Okay, so 1/2 base of A times H is this orange one, plus 1/2 base of B times H, that's the kind of pink looking triangle. And then if you could do it like this, and that's fine. A lot of students actually just want to stick with 2 triangles. But if you condense it, the formula will look like, we're going to factor out the half, we're going to factor out the H because they both have an H, and we're going to be left with 1/2 times H times A plus B. And that's our formula for our trapezoid. Okay, we can apply this. We're going to try to find out the area of this path here. And what we notice is we have 2 rectangles with the area length times width. But I have to figure out these full distances. Now, I need to break this up. I don't want to count this square here twice. I either need to break it up by dividing it here, which is what I'm going to do, or I could have divided it this way. And then what? Well, down here is pretty easy. I have 6 feet times 3 feet. 6 feet times 3 feet. You get 18 square feet. Notice feet times feet are squared. So I can note that this is 18 square feet. Okay, but what's going on up here? Is this going to be 3 times 13? No, it's not. I need to add this additional 3 feet here to get this whole distance across. So that 13 becomes a 16 feet. And now I have 3 feet times, now here's my 3, 16 feet. I get 16 times 3 is 48 square feet. Feet times feet are square feet. Okay, so now I have 2 sections. So now I just add up. Now I'm adding these. 48 feet squared plus 18 feet squared. Square feet plus 18 square feet. Notice these are like terms. They are both square feet, and I can add them. I will get 66. Keep your feet squared, okay? Keep your feet squared. So this is very basic. This is just an intro right now. So remember what this shape is. It's a parallelogram. Okay. Remember that the area is the base times the height. Area is the base times the height. Now, it's the base here will be 8, and then the height is the perpendicular made with that base. It is not that slant piece, okay? So your base makes a perpendicular with the height. Area equals 8 centimeters times the height of 4 centimeters. Easy. 8 times 8 is 32. Centimeters times centimeters is centimeters squared. There you go. All right, we've got a triangle here. And remember, our area is 1/2 our base times our height. Once again, the base will make a perpendicular with the height. So do not try to use the slants. So I've got A equals, I have 1/2, 16, these are meters, times the height, 10 meters. And we see 16 times 10 is 160, and then cut that in half, and I get 80. 80 now, meters times meters, meters squared, we have square units. That's that one. Okay, the trapezoid, we have our formula here. 1/2 the height times A plus B. Well, it's very important to know which is which, right? So we've got a trapezoid here, and we've got A is the bottom base, B is the top base, as long as you have different values here. And then your H is the height, the perpendicular, okay? It kind of looks like an H, actually, that perpendicular. Okay, so I've got my formula, and I am a bit blurry here because it's just so small. I've been trying to focus. Oh boy. Okay, well, we can still see. So area equals 1/2. My height is 13 times 13, and these are feet. Okay, and then I'm going to have times A, which is 46 feet, plus 32 feet for B. Okay, so first I would figure out 46 feet plus 32 feet is 78 feet. Up. Parentheses first, times 13 feet, and then times 1/2. Okay, so 78 times 13, you can use a calculator. I get 1,014. And these are feet times feet, feet squared, and then take half of that, so divide it by 2 in your calculator, 507, and I'll put that over here. Area is 507, and these are square feet. Notice the units, okay? All right, so that was an example of each, and I'm getting long here, so good luck, and if you like the video, hit the like button or subscribe. Thank you.